Welcome back for the It's okay, I didn't have a joke prepared for that anyway. I've been really liking doing that with this. But anyway, well, Super Paper Mario, that's what I meant to say. Not I think if I get here and then I jump down like here. You would land on the same floor. Whoop! I can do it. I can make it. You know how I can make it? By positioning myself in 2D first, and then going to 3D, and then letting myself fall down. Positioning myself in 2D, and then going into 3D, and then letting myself fall down. There. This room's not so bad. In fact, I would hazard a guess to say that it was specifically designed that Mario navigates the floor initially, and then once you get Luigi, it's a little bit easier to navigate, and then when you're on the second floor, you're not supposed to be Mario at all, because it's such a treacherous, you know, it's designed so treacherously that you can't do it in 3D. So it's better to just jump over things with Luigi. I just realized I probably should have went back to that fountain. The healing fountain. Whatever. I don't want to go through the room again. Ha! At last thou appearest, foul, hairy creatures. Thou art no princes. Thou art liars. Thou approachest me at my mother's behest. Lovely, mind your manners. You know all this happened because you wandered off without permission. Now, apologize to these nice men at once. Yay. So, yay, I am sorry that thou art so hairy. Oh, love me. You had us also very worried. I'm just gonna ignore the fact that you didn't give a proper apology. Mario, please accept this as a sign of my eternal thanks. Here. You got to revitalize pure heart. I have power over life and death, you see. And I was able to use that power to restore this pure heart. Sure, I buy that explanation. I know not how you found it, but this pure heart shows that fate is on your side. Take good care of it. Yeah. And by the way, it may please you to know that your game is not truly over. Somehow, you were sent to the underwear while still very much alive. Yeah, Dementio. He can teleport people, so I just assumed it was theatrics. He teleported us here and was like, oh, well, I told you you can't do it in this world, but you can restore it in that one. My power can return you to the world if you so wish. What would you like to do? Well, technically, you wouldn't be returning us to our world. You'll be returning us to Flipside, which is not our world. Yeah, okay. I don't know what happens if you click no, but I don't want to go through it. Then I shall return you. JD's. Oh, game over. Continue. But see, that's not a Mario reference because Mario Bros. Never had continues. You always had infinite continues. Which isn't that interesting to think. Like, Super Mario Bros. Has always had lives, just like any other platformer. But they've never done continues, as far as I'm aware. They have never had the idea of like, oh, well, you ran out of continues, so I guess we'll just reset you back to the, you know, like, as if you never played the game at all. We'll delete your save data. Mario, you're alive. Mario? But it's not Dementio, end your game. Then Tippy said you were here, so I thought I'd come and take a look, but... Wow, you're truly alive. You know my bro always bounces back. Like me, I bounce too. And you are? We can introduce ourselves later. For now, let's head into my house. So now Chapter 7 is officially over. We got the Pure Heart, it's a functioning Pure Heart now, and now we go find the Heart Pillar. So that's how you did it then. Yeah, we spoke to you know, basically Hades. And Hades was like, oh, you're not dead. Just back to the mortal plane with you. So hey, I'm Luigi. I'm my bro's bro. Nice to meet you. Haven't we met somewhere before? Oh boy, not that I remember, but... Wait, is it possible that you're our 4th hero? Well, I only see 2 heroes standing here right now, so... I don't know. Funny you should say that. I found this interesting bit in the Light Prognosticus. The 7th lost pure heart will draw together 2 men, and when the light returns, its brilliance will show the way to the last hero. Yes, as Tippy said, I think this fellow in green may have our final hero. Why does it seem like every time there's an actually not vague part of the Prognosticus, it only comes up after the thing has happened? Which is funny, like I was making that joke in the space chapter about like, oh, this game predicted in space with Markiplier. Like, no, this is almost exactly how people do predictions in real life, where they find a prediction and it's like, oh, well, it could be this part, and then this part is this part. But then like the original prediction was just a bunch of vagueness that can apply to many different situations. And I don't know, I saw a video about Nostradamus yesterday. I'll link it in the description so you can go see it too. But it's basically the same thing. It's like, oh, wait, oh, I remember now. There was a page in the Prognosticus that said exactly this would happen. So therefore, the prediction is correct. Yes, as Tippy said, I think maybe fellow in green is our final hero. Mario, I never stopped believing you would return. But Princess Peach and Bowser, they're dead for real. How to proceed? Well, if you could come back, perhaps Peach and Bowser also can. But first, let's find a heart pillar where we can set this pure heart. Well, I remember seeing a floating heart. I guess I better go find it. I gotta go flippity-flop to the flippity-flop. Man, I wish I had enough coins to pay for that fast travel pipe. I just realized they gave me Thoreau. I said no to Thoreau. Just notice Carrie's face. Just the rest of her spins around, but her face stays centered. Let's see, look, like, see. Well, maybe if I stand still, I can show it better. Her face. We're standing on her face while the rest of her floats around. Okay, well, here's the heart again. It's heart floating in the air. It looks like a pure heart, but what is it? Okay, there must be like a switch or something we gotta hit. I'm just gonna assume that if we can't interact with it now, something will make sense of it later. I think we've got like every pixel now. I think there's like an optional one or two that I don't have, but as far as the main story is concerned, the pixels that'll help us find the rest of the game are like there's no more. There's none. We got them all. So like there's not a pixel that makes an invisible pure heart appear, or pure pillar, whatever. Because we already had it. We had it from the start of the game. It's Tippy. Tippy's our lens of truth. She makes invisible things visible to us. Oh, of course, right there. The one we can't reach unless we have Luigi. So I guess, like I've already said, there's a chapter, basically a chapter 9. This will be chapter 8, and then there'll be one more chapter after that. And I guess that, and I think this is smart. This is a smart move on the designer's part. Because you go through the whole game and you're looking for heart pillars. If that heart over there were a pillar and you could interact with it but not put a pure heart in it, it wouldn't make any sense. So the fact that it's just the heart part of the that's not even a tongue twister, and I tied my tongue. It's just the heart part of the pillar, which is good because it makes you think, well, I could put a pure heart here, but there's no pillar. So I think I need to make the pillar part appear before I can interact with it. And you do like exactly what I did. It's like, it'll make sense later. And then you go away, and then aha, here's a pillar that's an actual pillar. So let's put a heart in it and open up the final chapter. Except it's not the final chapter. We still got the final boss's chapter. I think it's smart. It's good that they made it, you know, it's a noteworthy thing, but it's not like a heart pillar and they're like, why can't I interact with it? Because it's not the time to interact with it. Now, here's the problem. I don't remember how to get it to show up. So, however we get it to turn into a pillar that we can put the final pure heart into, no idea. But I'm sure when we get to that point, it'll make sense. So this is the 7th. Now there's just a single pure heart left to find. We have to act quickly. We have to stop that Blumiere. Yes, I get it now. He's the same person. Huh? What did I just... Wait, hold on. Who are the... I thought you figured this out already. What are you talking about? Do you know who it is? He's the guy from the thing that we haven't gotten anymore since they've revealed that, basically. Wait, what am I going down for? What? Kicked their butts. Okay, so I have a thought. And I might as well express it on the way back. Because, it's another one of those moments where, like, I want the video to be a little bit longer so it doesn't end at, like, 12 minutes, 14 minutes, whatever this ends up being edited to. So here's a thought. Chapter 7, I still think is the worst one. And part of the problem, I think, you know, here's some additional things to complain about with that chapter. Technically, part of it is recycled from a chapter that comes after, in a way, if you think of, I mean, technically your first time going there is like, you know, it's, you know, it's not recycled. It's only recycled when you see it a second time. But this next chapter, we're going back to the underwear. So, part of chapter 7 is, like, okay, you have the 25 rooms that makes you think, like, oh, we gotta go through 100 rooms of samurai guys. You know, copy-paste, roughly same fight for however many rooms they make you do, and they're like, oh, actually, you can skip through them. And then there's the part that's nothingness. And then you get the heart. You know, you fight Mr. Owl, you get the heart. And then you think it's over. But, oh, but no, it's not over yet. Because you gotta go to the underwear, which is technically part of the chapter, because you still gotta do it. You gotta do it before you can get to the next chapter. So you have copy-pasted rooms with copy-pasted fights, a chapter section, a sub-chapter, I guess, of basically nothing, and then a boss fight. And then you have a part that's recycled from the chapter that comes after. Which, granted, I don't remember how much of that we're going to have to go through again. We're definitely not going under the River Twigs again, because that was all just to get Luigi. So, again, credit where credit's due. I really gotta find another way to say that. You know, to give this game credit. To be fair, you don't have to redo the entire thing. But some of it is trekking in the same... You know, why don't I just shut up and go through the door? And now it's no longer spoilers. Now it's just the rest of this video. Twitch is having attacked by separated from his friends. We're reunited with Luigi, yes, but we're still missing. Just wondering whether those two and where the dangers lie ahead. It was time to venture through the open doors of the pure heart. Once again, Mario saw a nightmarish landscape beyond his imagination. It was the place he just came from. Hence, once again, nightmarish landscape, whatever it said. Yeah, nice etch and sketch drawing. Very, very nice. Yeah, we're back here. It's so dark here. I wonder what sort of world this is. And Mario's all confused because he doesn't know, but he does know. I don't know why I said he doesn't know. He knows. Tippy doesn't know. Mario, what's wrong? I was just here. This is where I went when I died. Huh? Oh, so this would be the underwear place you mentioned earlier. I wonder why the Pure Heart let us here. Because there's a Pure Heart here, of course. That's what... So yeah, this is where we showed up when we died. This exact spot. And then this guy was like, hey, new guy! Well, hi. You just arrived here in the underworld, did you? What? You've been here before? Ah, good one. Lie to the queen, though, and you'll regret you ever started your game. And the healing fountain. Yay. Verily. Hey, how's your after game? You're not even saying anything new. So yeah, I was correct. Some of this is copy-pasted. It's the first room that we started in. And then we gotta go through this room again. Which, thankfully, I have the key to the room. It's Luigi. Luigi is the key to the room, not being that much of a pain. As long as I don't slippery shoe my way into some spikes. But it's still a room we've already visited in. We've already been to. This is our third time through this room. Debatably fourth time if you want to get technical with like, oh, well, you go up to the top to find Love Bee, and then you gotta come back through. So I guess this is our fourth time going through here. The shake is still up there. And then this is like, well, third trip across with the boat, but then also that one time I swam, so 4 times. It's like chapter 7 is just... I'm trying not to say bad. I'm trying not to be so aggressive anymore. It's not so hard on this game, but you can, like, I'm sure you can see it's so copy-pasted that it's borrowing from a chapter that it comes after. It is just such a... Can I say lazy? Is that a less mean way of expressing how I feel about it? It doesn't have much of any of its own identity other than the fact that it got swallowed. Which I still argue is not as dark as people make it out to be, because you don't get to spend time with the samurai guys. All you get to do, you know, it's just a bunch of references and then, oh no, we're gonna get eaten! And then they get eaten. You know, it's not like Majora's Mask where you spend the whole game and you get to go through multiple loops of people being like, it's fine, the moon's not gonna fall. Right? Oh, wait. Oh! Ah, the moon! Wah! And then they all die. Greetings, welcome to the... Wait, why have you returned? You're Queen Jadis? My name is Tippy. I'm a friend of Mario's. Wait, how does she... Did we mention Queen Jadis before? We've come to find the pure heart that is hidden in this world. Well, joke's on you. It's technically not in this world. What? You are collecting pure hearts? So that's why you had one before. You're collecting them. Now that I take a long look at you, I realize you might just be the heroes mentioned in the Prognosticus. Which one, though? Would you really be the ones? So... Does that mean you have a pure heart for us, Queen Jadis? Or should we go? The location of the pure heart is a matter of utmost secrecy, I am afraid. Even though you're the heroes and you already have 7 of them, we can't just give you the 8th. Which is fair, because we can't exactly prove we have the other 7. We stuck them in pillars. There's nothing I can tell you. If you really must know, you will have to speak to Gramby, king of the over there. Mother! Sure took your time coming on stage. My things are packed and checked thrice. I am ready to return to the over there. Oh me, thou'st returnedst? Did thy game truly end this time? An idea strikes. Could you find heroes take Lubby back to the over there for me? See, this is the time where she'd be like, I'm sorry to ask this of you, but take her back. Why ever would you need us to do a thing like that? A monster was once held beneath here, but a recent earthquake freed it. Once it escaped its prison, it began to wander this realm freely. Of course, I could never send my daughter alone with such a savage beast on the loose. If you would take her back, I would gladly open the way to the over there for you. Wait, aren't you asking us to take her to the over there? So you would have to open the path anyway. I will also alert Granby that you are coming to ask him about the pure heart. What say you? This a fair bargain? Or this is a fair bargain? Yes. I thank you. With this monster about, my demon and I are busy trying to contain the damage. Oh man, she drew a bigger door than the pure heart drew. She must really be powerful. Just go through this door and keep heading upward to reach the over there. And make sure Lovely arrives safely in the care of Grams. I mean, Granby. Hee hee. But avert thine eyes whilst I climb, lest thou succumbeth to my cuteness. Well, I can't climb with my eyes closed, that's not gonna... Oh, please. He's not that superficial. Oh me, a sharpened tongue, thou art jealous? Dost thou pine for yonder hairy twins? I like the fact that she says twins, just so the game doesn't have to be like, wait, is it Mario or Luigi right now? The answer is Luigi, but... For whom dost thou pine the most? The red one, or perhaps the green? Well, obviously it's Luigi. What? Thy cheek grows red. She's a butterfly, she doesn't have cheeks! And thy manner flustered. A crushed hot as 1,000 suns burns deep within thy heart. Yea, verily. Alas for thee, methinks. Anyway, movest on. And then... Yep, block. Okay. Yeah, that's... Okay. No, I was going to repeat myself. No, I've already made my point. Last chapter. Borrowed from this chapter. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, yeah. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.